Hey guys, Welsknight here, bringing you another brand new episode of Welsknight's Realm. And in today's episode, we are going to be returning to the mansion that we started working on in the last episode. But first, I wanted to share something with you. I finally, after a whole lot of mining, I finally have the necessary resources to set up a maximum level beacon. So, that's what I'm going to do. We're basically just going to lay down a 9x9 base and then build it into a pyramid, and I'm just going to use iron blocks for pretty much the whole entire thing. So let me get that done, guys, and I'll be back with you in just a moment. Alright guys, I am back, and this is where it comes out. Right on top of this block here, we can see some of the landscaping and road work that we did right over there. And I am currently being invaded by hordes of zombies who all want to eat me. So that's kind of a pity. But that's actually really cool, because as our path kind of winds through here, you'll see the beacon kind of sticking up right off over here, and that's pretty cool. So, now I'm going to dig back down to the center of the beacon, and it's quite a ways. I don't know exactly how many blocks it was, but it's over 64 for sure, because I went through over a stack of stone to get back down to it. But we should be there pretty quickly, and I know I can go straight down because I came straight up. So that should work out. There we go. And this is where the beacon sits, right here. So let's put that down. Looking good. We'll grab 2 iron ingots. And we want haste and haste. And we should now have haste 2. Nice. And that means we can insta-mine. That is going to make the gathering of resources so much faster. At least as far as your average, your resources that you can mine anyway. Probably won't help so much with wood production and stuff, but we will pretty much never have to worry about stone, cobblestone, or pretty much anything else you can mine ever again, and that's pretty awesome. So I'm going to get this cleaned up, and then I will meet you back at the mansion. Alright guys, I am back, and we are back at the mansion, and you guys had said in the last episode, I asked if you thought we should go with stone brick or cobblestone for the roof. And it was a pretty even split. There were some of you who said cobble. There were some of you, quite a few of you who said stone brick. And there was quite a few of you as well who said either one would look good. I was thinking about it though, and you know, this is supposed to be a mansion. It's supposed to be a little bit more luxurious and rich than the other houses around here. So I think it's best to go with stone brick instead of cobblestone, just because it looks a little bit nicer and a little bit, not necessarily nicer in a more beautiful way, but nicer in a more, in a richer way, I guess I would put it, in a wealthy kind of way. The people who live here have money and they can afford things like stone brick for their roofs and stuff like that. I don't know. But we're going to grab up all the cobblestone that we just knocked back down, and I'm going to go ahead and replace that with stone brick. So let me get that done, guys, and I'll be back in just a moment. Alright guys, I am back. So I've got the front part of the roof here swapped back over, and I definitely think that the stone brick fits this a little bit better than the cobblestone did. Now, however, we're going to want to kind of change this up a little bit as well. Maybe it's just me, but I don't particularly like the way that curves around roofs look in Minecraft. You get this line that kind of comes from up here to here, going at this diagonal, and I fell. And it just doesn't look all that great. So, what we're going to do, and this is also a way that we can go about adding some kind of, I guess we'd call it visual interest to the back over here. What we're going to do is modify this a little bit. So lining up with this wall right here, we're going to go ahead. Ooh, do we want to start it there? No, I think we want to start... Let's think about this for a minute. This would be... That would be here. This would be here, and that would be there. So yes, we'll want to start that right lined up with this pillar. We're going to put an upside down turned stair like that. And we're going to mimic this same shape, but going across here instead. Just like this. And the dimensions are all the same, so it will work out just fine. Okay? Do you kind of see how this is working? It's turning on the side of the house. Then we can come along right here. Oh, now, that's not where I told you to go. We can come along right along this top of the wall and lay down this whole line of stairs. Or I can just misplace blocks for the rest. Really? Or fall off the roof. You know what, guys? I'm going to get this settled off camera. I'll be back with you in just a moment. All right, guys. I am back, and I've been doing some work on the roof. So I put those triangles up, and I realized that these peaks would be higher than these ones because there are only 4 blocks between here and here. But there are 6 blocks between here and there. So what I'm going to do, this is kind of part of the building process, is adjusting your builds as needed. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to take this wall and bring it over a couple of blocks. And I think that'll work just fine. And that will give us a little bit more spacious interior. It will take a little bit of space off of the deck, but that's not really the end of the world. And then we'll just have to adjust a couple other things as well. Let's see here. So we get that. What's down here? Okay, nothing that can't be torn up. Good, good, good. So we'll go ahead and bring all of that over. Do the same right here. And there we go. Then all we need to do is fill that in with oak. So let's grab ourselves some oak planks out of here. There we go. And now we should be able to fix that up and make it look good. And then we'll just take a look and see kind of how this lines up. I think it should be fine, honestly. I think it will be perfectly fine. This is good. So what we'll do is we're still going to have a gap of 2. But we'll just bring this like so. And as I said, gap of 2 for the door. Right there, just like we had before. But this will then allow us to fix the roof a little bit. Oh, that's not supposed to go there. You know what? That'd probably be easier to do from right here. We just go like that. And that looks pretty good. And then we just... let's make ourselves a little bit of a staircase so we can get back up here. And now, these can match up the way that we want them to. So, I'm going to get back to work on the roof, guys, and I'll be back with you in just a moment. Alright, guys, I am back, and I think the roof is pretty much done over here. I'll probably want to do something on this side just to kind of make it look a little bit more interesting from that side, especially since that's the side that actually faces towards the village itself. But let's kind of take a step back and let's just take a look and see what we think. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good indeed. We got some nice shapes going there. A lot of space to kind of carve into in detail. Oh, that reminds me. One other thing I did want to do here is let's just put a couple turned steps like that just to kind of give us this effect right there. I think that's going to look a lot better. I want to do that real quick before I forget about it. I've been meaning to do that. There we go. Little things. Little things. All right. So I think we've got most of our detailing, or most of our basic shape done. Now, it's all about the details. So what we're going to do is, the first thing we need to pick out is kind of a floor. What we want to do in here for a floor, and where we want that to start. So I'm thinking like right here is where we start the floor itself. We already have a little bit of depth going. So we might even put our doors right here, even though I normally sink them in one block. Then again, maybe I think we'll put spruce planks, like right there. I think that'll look better. Let me get this cleared. Oh, I forgot about the pool. I totally forgot that the pool was there. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll just do that. There we go. And I don't think we run into the pool too much. I think it's all pretty much down there. Or I can just keep falling into it too. That's always fun. Who doesn't like falling into the pool? Okay, there we go. So we got that kind of going. Do a little bit over here. Yeah. This is coming together. This is coming together. Why I put stair there? You put dirt block there. There we go. Okay. So I'm thinking this looks good. I'm pretty happy with it so far. It is going to be really dark in here. So we're definitely going to want to get our floor and all that stuff in ASAP. Let's just put some torches up on the walls for the time being, just to prevent nasty things from spawning in here while I'm grabbing other supplies. But I'm going to do some work on the inside, guys, and I'll be back with you in a moment. All right, guys, I am back. So we're all good. I've got a little bit of stuff going on here. I put in a staircase as well. I also decided to make it 2 wide. It was originally 1 wide. And then I put a little wall back here. There's a little storage closet that I'll be putting in probably right in here. Just enough to store, a couple of chests or something. Nothing too amazing. But I think what I'm going to do is, as far as doors go, I think dark oak is going to be the one. Just because it looks, it's just a much nicer door. It's very kind of rich and, it looks fancy. It looks very wealthy. I think it's the nicest looking door, at least from that perspective. Ooh. Oh. Uh-oh. I may have to reconsider my staircase. Because I don't want to mess with the front part of the house. That would not be a good thing. Maybe what I can do... You know what? Maybe I don't need to. Maybe I can just do this. And let's punch out those windows again. We had them like right about here. Okay. So this might be doable. In order for that to work, though, this whole thing... I mean, we'd basically have to move up to a 3-wide staircase, which wouldn't be the end of the world, but I don't think I particularly like the idea either. Let's try it out. Let's just see what we think. If we go to a 3-wide staircase here, and then we would need to turn these into spruce. So go into a 3-wide. Let's... I don't know. I don't know about that. Okay. So that's not terrible right there. And then we'd bring this wall over. And like so. And we'd put a stair there and there. And then I suppose we could put some decorative stuff here, like maybe some potted plants or something like that, and the main entranceway kind of brings you around like so. That wouldn't be too bad. How would that look from over here? I mean, it would work. We'd be putting window panes in. Honestly, I think that would be fine. We could get away with that. And I think that would be perfectly okay. Yeah, why don't we do that? You know what? It's fine. That's what we're going to do. So 3 wide staircase comes up and around over here. That's going to have to... Actually, we're going to be putting a ceiling in up here just to cover up all this kind of nastiness because I'm not a fan of the way that looks. But here, do we want to do separate windows? No, I don't think we do. If it was an odd number, then yes, but it's not. So I think we'll just do one really big picture window, like right in the middle. 4 wide, 2 high, looking good. Okay. How's that look? That looks pretty good. Let's check it from back a ways. Let's see, what do we think? Yeah, that's a beautiful view of the dirt, I must say. The dirt, yeah. The house looks great, I think. I think that looks pretty good. Especially what we'll probably do is add some planters in, like right in here in front of these windows. I think that'll look really good just because it'll not only give us some depth, but it'll also kind of use up some of that space. What to do up there, that's going to be another matter, but that's okay. Let me get some more work done here, guys. Let me experiment with a few things, and I'll be back with you in a moment. All right, guys, I am back, and I'm just adding a couple things to the house just to give it a little bit of detail. I really do like the way the planters look from out front, so I'm going to add them back here to these upper level windows as well. Just like that. There we go. And last one, each one of these planters for 4 blocks, it requires 6 wooden trapdoors though, so it is a little bit expensive, but not too bad. And then what we can do is we can just put whatever flowers we want in each of these. So let me just grab a few different types of flowers. I think this is the most visible one over here. So I'll put maybe a tulip there, like that, and then we'll do a dandelion, one of those, and a moxie daisy. There we go. So let's just take a look. How does that... Yeah, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. And then maybe what we could do, let me just test this. Do I like it better with oak there? I think I do. I think I do. I tried it with spruce, and it's doable with spruce, but I think I like the oak better just because it gives you a tiny amount of color contrast, but not in a way that makes it look bad. Yeah. Yeah, that looks pretty good. All right. This place is really starting to come together. So then I need a few more of those. Just 8 of them. So we can put them right... Oh, can I make that? 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. That was close. And, of course, I misplaced one. Come back. There we go. All right. Now, we need windows. Windows are going to be important as well. And I hope I have some stashed away. I'm going to go look and see about putting windows in here, guys. And I'll be right back with you. All right, guys. I am back. And what I'm doing right now is I'm just getting the windows ready to be put in where they belong. And the way that I'm doing it is from the inside, I'm just taking some spruce stairs and just putting them down here, kind of like the window frames. It just gives us a little bit of extra depth and detail. You guys who've been watching me for a long time know that I love to do this for all of my windows. Now, I should probably mention, everything within this village is kind of within the same general style of builds. And I know that there are probably some of you who wish that I would kind of get out and try some other styles. Don't worry, that is going to happen. It is definitely going to happen. However, it's not going to happen probably in this village. The way that I'm kind of picturing this is that every area of the world, all the various cities that we build, are going to... Is this 134? Yeah, okay, this is fine. Each of the various areas here are going to have their own kind of unique styles that I'll be building in. So when I've finished here, or maybe not when I've finished, maybe when I get a little tired of building here, I'll move on to a different area and build in a different style. This is going to be the one world that will be around forever, so it's not like I'm running out of time or anything like that to experiment with different styles. So don't worry about that too much, but I think that's pretty good for the windows. And then all we need to do now is actually go ahead and fill them in. So let's just do these front windows first, like that. Just so we can kind of get an idea of how they're going to look. There we go. And then there was a few more right there. Okay, and it is night. Let me sleep before I get attacked by waves of zombies and nasty things again. There we go. All right, let's take a look at the front of the house. Get away, zombie. And go away, Skelly. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not too bad at all. I think it gets the trick done nicely. It'll look better when we have an oak door up there on the second story. And maybe we'll put some windows in right here. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with that. And I think I'm going to finish the rest of the windows and stuff like that off camera, guys, between episodes. Because I am pretty much out of time for this one. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. Let me know what you guys are thinking of this mansion so far. What do you guys think? Are you liking it? I'm kind of liking it. I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links to that in the video description below, so make sure you check that out as well. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.